Where's Mr. Weinstein? Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Deputy Ham. Anybody else joined us since we last recessed, other than Mr. Uhalski, who I haven't seen so long, he's grown a mustache? Anybody else? Okay, all right. All right, folks. As you all are made aware, last week the court was going to do an in-camera review of the ex parte proceedings on June the 10th of 2024. In considering whether or not to have an in-camera discussion
Salute
or
to
review of
everybody
records,
in
this
here.
court has
Good
decided to
morning.
release the entirety of the transcript of those proceedings as courts one.
Tap the like button. Good morning. I appreciate y'all being here. Straight up. Man, where Nikki and the ready at, man?
And I'm going to take judicial notice of the following timeline. On Friday, June the 7th, 2024, Mr. Kenneth Copeland.
All right. So, yo, I got some things today. Let's talk about some things. What up? Salute, bro. Straight up.
Was granted immunity from prosecution.
Y'all was right. I was wrong.
Pursuant to 24-5-507A, and that'll be marked as courts 2. So
I was wrong.
Will be court 1. His immunity agreement, Mr. Copeland's, will be court 2.
Well, it wasn't about y'all.
Mr. Copeland, who was represented by Mr. Jonathan Melnick and advised of his rights and obligations during the proceedings on Friday, June the 7th, which will be marked as courts 3, the transcript of those proceedings. Mr. Copeland invoked his Fifth Amendment privilege and was held in contempt, and that will be courts 4. Mr. Copeland's order of contempt.
Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. Straight up.
Mr. Melnick informed the court that he was not going to be in attendance of any further proceedings, as he would be on leave effective 10 June of 2024. The court informed Mr. Melnick that his leave, or had discussions with him that his leave was not proper and that he needed to be in attendance on Monday, June the 10th of 2024 with Mr. Copeland. Mr. Melnick relayed that attorney Caleb Bumpus would be representing Mr. Copeland. On Monday, June the 10th, before court, Mr. Edward Chamberlain, the court's litigation manager, informed the court that the state wished to have an ex parte meeting with the court. No subject matter of the ex parte meeting was told. The entirety of the ex parte hearing held on the 10th of June of 2024 was taken down.
All right. Morse, what up? Salute to everybody in here. We grinding. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. We in here early morning. Salute to everybody. I appreciate y'all pulling up. So look, the odd thing about it was the day that the judge read his little, what would you call it? His exit script, right? It was day 100. Y'all find that odd? That day is considered to be day 100. Tap the like button for me. Salute to everybody in here. Straight up. So that day considered to be day 100. I thought that was odd. Straight up. Like, all right, so we watched that whole trial. Then we get to this end point, right? And then it just start falling apart when Woody get on the stand. Now, the weird thing about it is before day 100, people on the internet allegedly was putting out predictions that the trial wouldn't last past August. Who remember that? That was right before they put this stop on. But hold up, scroll back a couple months or maybe a month, or I've been saying it every so often. I said this trial wasn't gonna go that far. So ones and twos in the chat. Who think it's over? Matter of fact, don't answer that. Let me start the poll. Seriously. Because the timing is very crazy, right? The timing is very crazy. Would he get on the stand and check it out? All his videos don't play. Peep game. We ain't even make it to the heavy part of all the videos, y'all. They didn't play the entirety of all those videos. We still waiting. Tap the like button for me. Salute. Good morning. I appreciate everybody in here. Yeah. Hold up. Oh Lord. Oh, you don't know? Yeah. That's how we rocking today, man. Spring training this shit in the summer. Yeah. It's crazy. But I was wondering. Yeah, good morning. Salute to everybody in here, straight up. I was wondering, yo, what's really going on with it? Seriously. Now I got something nah, it ain't over for us. No, 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 no. Nah, it ain't over for us. I just was thinking about it, right? And I actually already kind of formulated which way I'm going right now, right? Nah, it ain't over. Let me be quiet because I know we got lurkers lurking. I mean, tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. Straight up. There is so much content still involved in this. And you still got backstory, side story, and front story. You heard? What's the coincidence that something happened with Tay and it stopped? Y'all think that had an effect on it? Feel like you can't trust it. Don't type that, bro. Hold on. We gotta go like that route. I don't really want to talk about it like in that sense of the system. You feel me? I don't want to go down that route. We gotta be a little bit more vague, more smooth with it. You feel me? Move smooth like suede. Yeah. Now you good, Bess. I get what you're saying, but I don't want it. I don't want to get into that. Oh, it's you know. No, no, no. You good? Cause I understand that sentiment. Straight up, I understand that sentiment. But all right, the proof that you really don't know what's going on with Fulton County and the courts. I mean, we do have. I do got this sitting right here. This is. Hold on. Yeah. See, tap the like button, y'all. This a reason why you should rock with me. You heard? Cause look, everybody worried about these transcripts from that back room right there. Well, look at the date of this. Why they ain't read this one? Why they ain't read this one, y'all? Look, it go buddy right here. You do think it all right, says, I do think it might have a lot to do with the judge hitting the pause button since they alluded to Woody being safe. Okay, I like that. Right. Now, do they know something we don't know? That could be it, right? They know something we don't know. You don't think Tay is really, whoa, starched. I like that. Hold on. Amy Lou says she don't even know about that. Meaning what? It's they got the wrong person or somebody lying on purpose. Salute to everybody in here. IBN, what up? Good morning. Lies? Hold on, though, bro. Give me motive. They need to get that audio. That transcript look like it's leaving stuff out by acting like they're speaking over one another. Man, nobody want to believe me when I said it wasn't right. They told me in the comments I was tripping. That's just blank spaces. Now, I found out how to read it a little bit smooth with the blanks as if they are pausing. But cap, all of those little spots is not pauses. Straight up. You can hear it when I start reading it. When I really got in the groove, you can tell. Because I start hitting the spots naturally that was pauses. And the ones that wasn't pauses, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to say I'm the best reader at all. But it ain't hard to pick up a pause type of, like someone talking. We listen to humans talk all the time. So like some of those sentences are still unnaturally paused. And it ain't like a little bit. And then the other part is you can tell it get more fluent when there's nothing specific that they would like to cover up. I swear to God. Well, this how you could tell this stuff missing, y'all. They don't talk about, ain't no time mentioned, ain't no crimes mentioned. It's dates left out. Like it's certain key elements of when people talk, what they would say that's left out. Straight up. If you really look at that transcript, there are certain words that you do not see at all, like a group. You understand what I'm saying? Like meaning, like if you went through a book and took out all the criminal parts or all the parts that this is the parts that hasn't been said in court. Hence, the Donovan Thomas statement not in there. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. Help me get to 100. It's different. I promise. We gotta make some content now. Yeah, but I got it. I feel, yeah. So as you see on the screen, y'all, this 2015, Woody Copeland in court, getting lined up. See, the weird part about it is I actually thought about it again. Yo, he really got lined up. What's the coincidence that two of the police, multiple police from Woody's 2015 case are also in the YSL trial, y'all? We talking about a lot. Seriously, y'all, like directly. Directly. Yeah, KP, we back on the regular channel and shit. You cool over here? So, all right, in this court hearing, which the internet should be reading, seriously, from 2015. So everybody talking about this meeting and this ex parte meeting was bad. Well, what about this? This was in court. All right, so some of y'all don't know what this is right here. Y'all might not have been around. I read it before. I will read it again, but I don't know if we had to. It depends on how many of y'all heard it or not. Now, who heard this before? This is the transcripts from a hearing for Woody's 2015 case from the gymnasium. Now, the weird part about this transcript is essentially when you look at this case, they lined Woody up in a way to get him into this whole process, y'all. Seriously. They had this right here so they could get information about Donovan Thomas. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. I appreciate y'all being here. Woody setting who up? Woody setting who? Huh? Typo. I was reading, though. I'm paying attention. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. So, all right, if they line Woody up in 2015 to lock him up and get him all caught up in all of this. All right, yo, Woody cannot confess to the body. Let me stamp this. The internet's still confused. Woody cannot confess to that body. I'm hard stamping. Tap a like button. He can't confess to nobody, y'all. That immunity don't cover that. And yes, they baiting him. They are baiting him. But no, he cannot confess to that. So let's just go ahead and throw that out the internet right now. Yeah, wherever you see somebody ask that, say no. Let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. I'm hard stamping, y'all. That mean 100%. I'm telling you. I heard him say it a couple different ways. No, he cannot. No. That's the one thing Holmes can't. Now, they did beat around the bush in answering him. They did. So they left the door open for him to fumble. They definitely left the door open. Like, they almost set a trap. It was like they almost let, like, a vacant house with some, some drugs and some money in it with the door open, for real. And just wondering if he was going to go in there. Because, like, she said he asked twice, I believe. Don't quote me. I believe he asked twice, right? Wiping his nose on camera was gangster. Yeah. Well, he did it more than once. So look, he asked, so if I admit to a murder, that's statute of limitations. Or that's whatever. I forget exactly how he phrased it. I don't know if he asked about statute of limitations or he asked about the immunity. But regardless, he brought it up, right? And when she answered, he ain't asked. He asked about the immunity of it. So when she answered, she said no. No, she said, yes, you're right. I can't charge you for a murder unless I have corroborating evidence. Now I'm paraphrasing, but you get the point. She kept baiting him with that. He asked, so I could claim a body. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. So I could just get up there and say, I that's my body. She like, yeah, I mean, if you get up there and say that's your body, and I mean, I don't have no other evidence, so I mean, yeah. But that's a lie right there. That's gray. He can't interpret it. She know he can't interpret the back end of that sentence or he wouldn't be asking, y'all. Let me just tell y'all that. She know who she dealing with, bro. She know he double checking, and she left it gray on purpose, bro. I'm telling you. I heard her. I caught her twice. This Hilton, she dirty. She tried to line him up, bro. Real rap. She tried to line him up. She want that boy to get up there and say that dumb shit. They might be playing a slick ass game with him, bro. Cause listen, right, the way she did that, if he confused and he get up there and say that, bro, oh my God. Oh my God, bro. That's a dirty move right there. All right, let me give y'all a perspective on what I'm thinking right now. I don't know, IBN. That's what I'm about to say. I'm about to speak on that. All right, so look, they might really think Holmes did it or got one that's organized. Now, they might have traded that other one he got for the nut on the strength. We know about that one, bro. So you might as well go in and get in compliance with this nut situation before we start pressing the line on that one. Straight up. We got what we need on that one. Now, that one ain't important, though. That one, we ain't even tripping about that one yet. We still really worry about this Donovan joint. And you, like, been, so do you want to come talk about it? And that might be what's on his head. Seriously, y'all. He might got a body on his head, y'all, that they didn't just push to the side. Because I'm going to tell y'all like this. The average Joker on the streets ain't getting no pressure put on, about his homicide like Donovan Thomas. So I don't know what makes Donovan Thomas a unicorn, but the way they acting about Donovan Thomas, I would love for somebody in Atlanta to tell me about them doing the same thing for other people. Seriously, this amount of pressure. Surely guys then got smoked by other neighborhoods and gangs, groups of people, rumors, all this type of stuff, bro. but nobody ain't come and swoop and make no goddamn whole presentation about both sides, the and the beef that goes on after you're gone. Like, nah, bro, they not documenting that. We ain't seen a presentation like this yet. Woody seems to care more about what the defense knows about him. Tap the like button. Good morning, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Straight up, we about to cook up a little bit. It's different. I think we got some wild elements of the trial that we should really look at to determine whether or not we are coming back. Straight up. And I think it with a perfect time. We made it to day 100 and stopped. I ain't gonna lie. That just clicked this morning to me. Day 100? Nah. It's unreal. What a like, really? Even the best even number. Like, out of all even numbers, bro. 100? Like, I don't know what to call that even number. Like, that's like 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 I ain't even gonna get into no technicalities what that number means. I ain't even think about that. I'm not even gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. Nope. I ain't even gonna do that. But you already know. You already know. You know. Yeah, you know that bitch. You know it got something. Agnes, what up? D Wood, what up? Good morning. Salute to everybody in here. I don't want to speculate though. You feel me? Because that's just weird to me. I'm just going to say that. This ain't one of those things where I'm going, nah, just 100 days. It's just odd, especially how we got here. All right. So hold on. KP, salute for that. Straight up. So, all right. So the internet going wild over the transcripts with Bump Bump and them. With Hilton, Love, and Bump Bump in them. All right, we got the situation with Bumpus and Melnick. That ain't sitting right with me. I'm going to keep it real. I ain't really tripping about Shorty. I'm more thinking like how Melnick get placed as his lawyer really wasn't his lawyer. So let me speculate a little bit. I believe Brian Steele and them seen that Melnick had represented Woody before. Reached out to him. Told him, yo, representing yo. Come through. I give you a couple dollars. Go represent yo while you on the stand. I think they put yo on Woody. I think the defense put Melnick on Woody, y'all. Toothless salute. I appreciate that. Straight up. I really do. So, I think the defense put Melnick on Woody. So Woody like, okay. Oh, y'all gonna look out for me, give me a lawyer while I'm in there so I don't slip up and wind up in jail. All right, bet I'll take that. Say less. Look, Melnick come in with the backdoor play. Swap Shorty out. He know her. So he like, oh, they really, yeah. Oh, they making moves. They didn't swapped out in this Shorty. But then that's when the play go through. Did the defense line Woody up? She gave a drop. I told y'all that the first day, man. Y'all don't be listening, man. Y'all don't listen to me. It ain't a drop. It ain't a drop, bro. When you know what happened behind in them chambers, it ain't telling. Like, she knew she wasn't gonna get in trouble because technically the rules had been broken. If you listen to the transcript, Shorty barely even talking in there. She barely even talking, bro. She's merely there. They placed her there. Literally. As representation of her. She confused. I was only supposed to be here today. And then today y'all got this secret meeting in the Star Chambers that's gonna go viral. And I'll go on a goddamn commercial talking run on all the talk shows that talk about, yo, what's the coincidence, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. She's supposed to only be there for one day, then it's the day. Holmes just left, went on vacation. She get filled in. She's the black girl that resonates with the black community and already knows Woody. And all of a sudden, now she caught up in the middle with Miss Love and them debating with Hilton about whether or not Woody should get on the stand and what's the stipulations of it. I ain't jacking it. I'm gonna keep it real. Something ain't regular about that. Tap the like button. They set her up too. No, I beg to differ. I don't think she that dumb. It's possible. It's possible, Black King. I'll meet you there. It's possible. I don't think so. I think she privy somehow. I think she privy because of the way she went on the run. The promotional run make me like she privy, y'all. I'm going to keep it real. The promotional run is not what you do as a professional lawyer in that situation. Hell no. Actually, I'm going to have to say you do the opposite. Lawyers don't go on no TVs to get things solved in the business, in their business world. That ain't what, nah. I'm going to say it ain't. I'm going to say it's not. That ain't the move you want. That shit'll get you back in career status for real. You going and causing complaints about the whole structure? Nah, that ain't what you want. Unless that's what they need. Something ain't right. Real rat. Something ain't right. Cause her speaking, and I'm gonna say this. I only seen one time she was speaking besides in the courtroom. And I just didn't get a professional lawyer vibe. I swear to God. And I think, I condone people pulling up as their regular, dressed down or, being more, take all of the, all the extra things out. But in a business world, bro, that's not a thing. I'm going to keep it real. Bro. Professional people busting down like that and taking their head down and letting you see how they talk at the cookout behind it in the backyard. Nah, bro. You ain't work all this hard to go through this to be popping out like this. What you doing? Bro, I don't know. I could be wrong, y'all. I could be wrong on this. But I've never seen that move from a professional state appointed. Oh, what y'all mean state appointed? State appointed? Instagram real estate agent. Yeah, Leander. Now, look, I want to vouch for her because she is a black woman that's a lawyer. You already know I condone this type of activity. Straight up. Really do. Yeah, like I embrace it. I champion it. I'm getting wild vibes, though. I'm getting wild vibes. You heard? Real rap. Now, it could be just shorty want to be, she want to be. I ain't gonna lie, with the internet the way it is, you can easily be, she just want to be, she want to give one, that vibe, like she, yeah, but I don't know. I'm just getting something type of weird. All right. Can't give her credit for being black? Damn. Damn. Oh. All right. I'm going to give her credit for passing the bar and making it through school, bro. Loving them black too. I mean, I give all of them credit for getting in their job positions, to be honest. Seriously, on some respect level, I believe if you went through that, technically you showed you with it. You with some action. So I give people that got certain backgrounds of education, even though it is what it is, I still give people their credit though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't go. Real rap. I ain't one of them. Oh, Now, don't get it twisted. I do understand some people went to these type situations and they ain't really get nothing. They got the paper, but they ain't really like, yeah. But nah, still though, if you committed to that time period enough to get the paper, technically you deserve a little bit of respect for that. Seriously. It's commitment. Minimum. Minimum, bro. Commitment you showed. Straight up. I gotta give you that. So you telling me that she blasted live on TV, national TV, aka YouTube, that she wasn't mad at Woody and pulled the drop on him and still about their little meeting that they was having? Hold on. She was mad at Woody. Tap the like button for me, y'all. Help me get to 200. You believe that? She also didn't act like she had Woody's best interest at heart. Mario. Ho. I'm going to give her a little bit of credit. She was playing 50 between everybody, now that I think about it. That firing was fake, bro. She wasn't really his damn lawyer. Like, imagine that. You get hit with a fake-ass replacement when you really not even on trial. So him firing her was not even real, bro. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. Kayla is MIA now that the transcript is out, y'all. That's what you saying, Lisa? With a verbiage. Man, we ain't never catching the reality of what really went down, y'all. I just want y'all to know. The elements of what really went down. Man. She been active. Hold on. Which one? You seen her yapping yesterday? Okay. What she say about the transcripts? She ain't come on the joint and read it? I think it's funny that they even talking about it on TV. You seen on a couple spots? I ain't gonna lie. Pay attention. They know where to stay from. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all see the people really pressing the line with her? Like, or do y'all see holes in the questions? Like room. Do y'all think I would ask her something that these people not? Let me ask that. Yeah, she playing 3 sides. She played the middle of Melnick, Woody, and the state in that meeting. Real shit. She played the middle. She been going on all the commercial platforms. Oh, nah, that shit don't count. Nah, that's a play. I ain't even gonna lie. To even line up with all the commercial platforms is a play. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's, yo, listen, bro. Listen. It's one thing with being, it's a hot topic, right? Bro, she's like the motherfucking, the 19th character. Yo, that's like the season 3 of Walking Dead, and the new nigga is going around doing interviews with everybody, bro. That is rare as shit. She ain't a stud. Yo, she not no new vixen. You understand? Like, bro, that don't really work like that. Hey, yo, just to let you know, yo, if you run a commercial in the chat telling me where she went at, I'ma zap you. Don't be disrespectful this morning. I'm being real upbeat and positive. Straight up. I'm being real upbeat and positive. Don't ruin it right now. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. Straight up, I appreciate you. It's 101.9 Slime Radio. I'm posted. And yeah, it's different. From my hometown. You don't know nothing about this. Yeah, tap the like button. They corny. Let's rock. Let's really have this conversation. Now, I don't mind. Tap the like button if you really want to know about the trial and get more than what the surface people. You could keep watching those interviews. You could keep watching those interviews with people going around. They ain't really saying nothing. And them people that's interviewing them not going to really ask them no questions that's really, yeah, they not allowed to. Toothless says, yes, there is something not right with her. She did not go back to anyone when the transcripts came out. I find that strange. Now, hold on. As that transcript sits, I don't see him being recused. That's why they need that audio. She was on a podcast that same night. Go Braves. Phenomenal radio show. Salute. I appreciate y'all being here. Tap the like. Yeah, we ain't watching the trial, so the number's gonna be a little bit lower. People actually want to hear just the court. They don't want Thug home. Because if you want Thug home, you'll be listening to me. And I don't mean that in a confident, like a cocky, yo, I'm the one. No, nope. I'm not special. No. I just chose a different route. And I know the corporate channels is not doing that. And I know none of them lawyers is doing that. They not. I done heard a couple of these people talk about it. They sensationalize it. Ain't nobody saying, yo, we want your home. In this case, it's corny. These rappers shouldn't even be on trial. When an average rapper is going back and forth beefing in the streets, they not trying to get it settled. They not looking at rappers' previous trials and seeing how they got railroaded before they got turned into a rapper. They not helping rappers when they get oppressed by police on normal days. None of these lawyers ain't helping them. What's up? Now, I dare any of y'all to go find your local YouTuber that's a lawyer and tell him come holler at me so we could talk about some things that's not YSL. I swear to God, I bet I make him clam up. Yeah, I got a new angle. Tell any of them that's talking about this rap stuff that I want to holler at them. And we need to do a test. Because I'm an expert witness on who should be talking about hip hop. So if you don't resonate enough, you can't talk about it. So listen, let's have a conversation. You should be able to withstand my cross-examination on whether or not you're a lawyer that's fit to be talking about the hip-hop community. Or are you going to talk about it when a trial not going on to help us reverse some of the things that got hip-hop going on in its essence in the first place, like poverty, and how lawyers can help law so the poverty is not so harsh on these poor people when they wouldn't be even reaching or sliding or carrying 30-round clips, ghost guns, none of that. What's up? Them lawyers want to talk about that? Huh? Do them lawyers want to talk about that? We got a lot of content for that. Yeah, the regular railroad. They want to talk about this Young Thug Express because it's cute. But what about on them regular days these boys getting sent up? They know about the law. They know about case law. So you mean to tell me every day they could be putting in their effort to save somebody so these people not hurt on the back end? No, they want to monetize it. They want to monetize it. They went to school for that so they could monetize somebody's negative activity in their life. So they could monetize it, not help and prevent it. Nah, because then what? They wouldn't have no job. But let me chill. Tap the like button. People don't like when I talk like this realer than all of that shit that those lawyers talking, but they went to school for law. So tell me what's the big difference. So they don't want YouTubers to act like lawyers, but lawyers can act like YouTubers. Smoke. Yeah, I got a case. So let me find out. There have been these high-priced lawyers that's been working in cahoots with the DAs and the police to keep the crime going in all of these inner cities so they could keep their job security. Let me say that again. Let me find out it's these high-priced lawyers in all of these smaller cities in the urban community that's keeping black people locked up for job security, working with DAs and police and chiefs and captains. No wonder I don't be getting thousands of views. You ain't allowed to say shit like that. And the people don't want to champion you for saying stuff like that in an abundance. Like you can't get a large crowd to support that type of radical thinking. Hold, let's scratch that. Yo, scratch that, not radical. That free thinking. Oh, scratch that, not free. Yo. I gotta be smoother with it, yo. You can't monetize when you talk heated about real things. People get agitated and leave because they can't solve it. So they quit before they start. Ugh. Tap the like button. KP, they are public defenders. So the law is set up to keep the law structured. So lawyers are only there to represent the opposite side of who the courthouse is dealing with at the time. But technically, that's why they swap sides with and work for the state and become defense lawyers. If they really picked one side of the law, they would not be able to swap. Law is law. That's why they can go on both sides. They not on our team. They not on our team. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. You ain't got no morals, bro. If you went to school to save people that possibly could be guilty, let me take it a step further. You're not official as a human if you picked a job where you strategically save violent, guilty criminals. What's up? Which lawyer want to come debate that? Let's bet it. Yeah. Which lawyer want to come and debate that? Knowingly. With a disregard, and guess what their excuse is? Only an excuse, because they can't explain it. And if I get their ass on cross-exam, they going to fold. I swear to God. What are you going to say? Yo, you seen the evidence. You knew yo was guilty. You kept representing him. You got him off. How you felt afterwards? I dare you go ahead and give me a bullshit ass excuse. How you felt afterwards? You got him off. You know he guilty. How you feel? It was just your job. That's what you ready to say? It's just work. Oh yeah? It's just work. So you help flood society with a criminal knowingly. Really? Bro, how many times you did this? Knowingly. What's up, y'all? Y'all think I can't think? Shit. Yeah, think about it. They got the evidence, bro. Yeah, he went in there and got your off. But hold up. Scroll back. He know truth. He close to the truth. He know. So what happened? How he go home with that? Like you sit at your table, feed your kids with this nice lawyer-style dinner, right? Steak with the eggs and shit at nighttime. Yeah, I'm just picturing that's what they be doing, right? With wine and shit. So you like, yeah, son, how it was today in your private school and shit. You like, yeah, it was cool. Everything was cool today, Dad. Thanks for sending me to private school and helping me live in this big-ass house and shit, right? With this lawyer's check that you get, right? Then he asks his father, so what happened with you in work today? I mean, nothing. Saved a couple criminals. Yo, it's a conflict of interest for you to go to work, to send your kid out in society to be a productive citizen when you also letting unproductive citizens off the chain in your goddamn job. What's up, y'all? Think I got a beautiful argument. I swear I think I do. Sorry about that. If there's any lawyers in here, my bad to step on your toes. But I've been thought about this. Hold up. I do think we need them boys because technically I be outside. So yeah, I like lawyers because they could save a guy. But hold up. How that work? How that work morally though? Like really, we got some type of moral conflict right here. So what? Let me tell you what you got to do as one of these lawyers. The same thing you got to do as a stepper. You don't have no concern for each one of these people. That's just, so if somebody puts some money on somebody, I don't look at it like that's personal, like what his kids be doing, what he like to eat when he go to somebody's birthday party and all that type stuff. Nah, I'm ready to go do my job and step on them. That's what these lawyers doing. That's what these judges doing, man. They don't even look at humans as humans when they at work. You heard? So they the same, right? So that's why the lawyers resonate with these murderers. They the same people. The judge too. Whew. I mean, dog eat dog world is stepping, right? Like the business world is considered to be dog eat dog. Well, a dog eating a dog? I mean, sheesh, that's pretty violent, right? Like the dog really ate the dog? Dog eat dog, huh? All right. So salute to everybody here. I appreciate the 300 people, man. We grinding. The trial is not on today. I would love for somebody to come in and say, yo, what time the trial start? I would love it. I'm surprised they didn't do it just cause. Your Honor, yeah. All the ones doing life in the innocent. Well, Bubba, I'ma spin it on you. The ones doing life that's innocent, yeah, that hit different. But what if I told you it's way more people doing walkthroughs on little ones to threes that's innocent, eating that shit, eating them. Think about that. It's flooded with a whole bunch of people that's doing 1 to 3s that's innocent, y'all. Yeah, the ones we hear about is the guys, the ones that need to be exonerated. But bro, they are sending guys in there back and forth that ain't privy with the legal system that's just eating them 1s, 2s, and 3s, y'all. I'm telling you. Holmes wasn't even supposed to be locked up. Holmes wasn't even supposed to be locked up, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, it's people going in there doing time that could have literally dust that case. Literally. I'm talking about, bro, eating it. Just got the charge, went to court, Mosey went through, hey, yo, they gonna give me 2, and just go sit down. No questions asked, no appeal, no nothing. Nobody seen his paperwork. Yo, just wearing it like a goddamn champion, y'all. Whole goddamn drug charge he ain't even had to take. Seriously, y'all. And I ain't talking about somebody lined him up. I'm talking about really could have dusted this shit. Like the judge, if somebody really look at it, they would have threw it out. But because Holmes was willing to come in there with his chin up and accept it, yeah, take that. Thank you. Thank you for not questioning. I swear, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm going to give it 20% of the motherfuckers over there. Seriously, y'all think it's a game. I'm telling y'all, freebies. Freebies for the law. And the police got a freebie. The DA got a freebie. The judge got a freebie. The goddamn private prison owners got a freebie. Holmes is not no criminal. They ain't catch out. That paperwork look good. That paperwork look good. Holmes just knew he ain't had no way to fight it. He ain't challenge. What he gonna do? Complain about it? Keep crying around asking for somebody to get him a lawyer. Not a game. I did it. Yeah, bro. So, held 12 years over your head for 2 years? Ho. Ho. I jumped around there for niggas to look at it. Did I search your shit before? Only the real? I mean, did you tell me that before? I mean, yo, they getting guys, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I barely slipped out their hand. I felt them trying to. If I'd have kept coming through that court system, y'all, I felt the 10 or 15 coming. Couple guys around me was getting whopped. Talking about 10 pieces getting thrown around. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Couple guys off rip. We talking niggas 19, 20, 21. Guys getting 10s. Easy. I'm glad I caught my little one real fast on some dumb shit. I'm glad I got that because I caught on. Oh, they not playing. Let me get the hell out their way. For real. All right, salute. So look, this my concept, y'all. The trial seemed like it didn't went through. Like, I mean, it didn't got dragged. Like we talking about. So my question is this the end? Now I'm still gonna go through and bust down different elements of the trial, right? Because I deserve it until we get some type of answer on how it's moving forward, right? And we still got the second trial allegedly. So think about that. We got the second trial as well. Tap the like button for me. Help me get to 200. Good morning. So I'm feeling like the second trial. How does this affect the second trial, y'all? Yeah. Civil cases? What you mean, Nikki? Beaver Creek. Salute. Judge not going anywhere. Trial not near over. Okay, Nardo. Yo, if you see a Baltimore dude with the O on his Baltimore hat, it ain't right. I'm an official Baltimorean, y'all. Listen, if you go get a Baltimore Orioles hat, yo, do not get the O. Don't get the O. You got to get the bird. It's either this one or the whole bird. Don't get the O. I'm telling you, that ain't right. It ain't right. Y'all say the other trial is a go. Those guys rejected their pleas. They feel they have a chance. Hey, Post, if we got time today, let's go to the Detroit trial. They wrapping it up. Your boy got spicy yesterday. Okay. Send me the link, D-Wood. Send me the link. Show me where Woody says I will lie. And he ain't say that, Jacqueline. I done went through twice. I done made a audio clip of the joint. Nah, he ain't say that. But you heard Brian Steele. I think you could tell where they cut it at, though, y'all. I think you could tell where they cut it at. So it's a part where Woody say, I did the crimes. I did those crimes. And then the next part, Hilton comes in and says, I don't know what crimes you're talking about, or something like she blatantly trying to ignore what he's saying. Seriously, I think that's the part. Because if you look, the context, he building up. He stayed quiet. And then he basically asked a couple questions. After they've been repeating themselves for a minute, he just blurts that shit out. He takes accountability for crimes in general, vaguely. I think that's the point where she said something, and then his next shit was, I did the Donovan Thomas. You feel me? Real rap, y'all. Because listen, he gets heated slightly after that, I believe, in the transcript. So listen, a little bit after that, I believe that's where he started talking about, man, I'm feeling woozy. Or whatever the hell he said. I'm paraphrasing. He basically, at some point, basically saying, man, like what'd he say? He didn't say he needed a break. He said something, y'all, but you could tell the context was stripped a little bit. Well, she told him, plug your ears, Judge, when they was talking about, she was giving him a hypothetical. Yeah, he said, I'm weak. Good look, Turtle. Good look. He did say I'm weak. I'm weak. I remember that. Yes. She said that, plug your ears, Judge. I think she said that in reference to her giving him a hypothetical about what immunity protects him from and what he needs to do to tell, like how he can purge himself. So they didn't want to give him a full explanation of what purge. All right, hold on. Let me say, I don't want to say a full explanation. All right. On the strength of purge and perjury was being used, they confused him more than a regular person that doesn't know what purge means. So by them using perjury and purge, they null and voided his ability to understand what purge itself meant. Seriously. So at one point, he acknowledged, so what I got to do to not go back to jail? And they like, you got to purge yourself. So he like, what's purge yourself mean? So they explain it. But then he also acknowledges, well, hold up. At one point, what's the difference between purge and perjury? They say it's two different words. Now, at this point, you can see anybody that asks what's the difference between purge and perjury already, this person ready to make this decision under pressure, and they confused on the terms you using. And you think you ready to just give them one sentence for them to make the decision. And the lawyer don't interject. Mind you, Caleb Bumpers did not interject and pull you to the side and say, look, let me give you the whole rundown how this shit works, shorty. It ain't on audio. And that's her goddamn job right there, to clearly hop in at that point and make sure or call for this whole damn meeting to be put off. Holmes ain't prepared to be in here, and I ain't his real damn lawyer, and I ain't letting y'all do this to yo like that. Straight up, not on my call. Not on my call. I ain't letting y'all, I see what's going on. Holmes is not capable to make this decision for himself right now. I'ma respectfully have to say, y'all need, this can't be no ex parte. The mere fact that y'all trying to do this in closed chambers is I'm feeling some type of way. Real rap. Because, I mean, I feel like we taking advantage of somebody who's not only not trained in legalese, but, I mean, if we gave this boy a GED test, could he pass? Respectfully. She was trying to. I don't know, bro. Because she saved Melnick harder than she saved Woody. I'm with Nardo on this. I'm with Amy Lou on this. I'm with Nardo and Amy Lou just type, man. Straight up. I respectfully asked if she was part of the play. Jacqueline, I'm going to have to say, Yup. It's no way you pull her into this without her being. I just seen an order from the new judge telling the state they have to respond to the recusal by Monday. What new judge? That white lady been put on there as the new judge? That white lady we seen yesterday. Mario, she did pull him to the side, but at a different moment. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. The times that it's documented in the paperwork, in the transcripts that say she pulled him to the side. Oh, so when I pulled the paperwork up yesterday, it did have that lady name at the top of the case, y'all. I looked at the paperwork yesterday. It had that lady name at the top of the case. That judge. And I didn't think I seen her name before. I was like, hold on, bro. I don't remember that lady name sitting at the top. It say that at the top of the case now when you look at the paperwork. Rachel Krause. I'm looking at it right now. I got her on speed dial. Rachel Krause. It's a black judge lady. Oh, nah. No, ho. No, she is not black. It was Melnick's play. I think it was Steele play. Loso. I think Steele the one that got the rank like that. The Paulette. Well, I think it was money involved, but it's not just money, it's power. What you need? Steele call my phone. Yo, what's up, Brian? What's up? I ain't heard from you in a long time. Boy, you don't never call my phone. What's up? Boy, what you doing? Huh? You in my neck of the woods? Where? Boy, you ain't never called me. It's important. Pull up. What you say? Say less. I'm gonna go ahead and put some coffee on. Wait, how long? Straight up. Straight up, y'all. I got him pulling up on guys. Hey, yo. Yo, check this out. If you got meet with the witnesses, the opposition witnesses before trial, ain't you going to meet up with lawyers? This legit. Off the record. Yo, I want to holler at you. I'm talking about like, yeah, I got a gift in the whole nine. Yeah, where you at? I'm about to pull up. Yeah, got something for you. Yeah. You said you wanted a boat, right? Fuck wrong with you. I heard you talking about a boat before. I seen you on your Instagram. You said you was shopping for a motorcycle. All right. Say less. Come outside. We out front. Straight up. Yo, you know these boys get money. Y'all know that, right? So a favor, like, bro, a favor from a high-priced lawyer. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. We talking about, yeah. we talking about Bentleys and shit. Seriously, y'all. Real rap with the legal way to get it to you. Yeah. Hell yeah. Like, yo, that's really from me to you. Straight up, bro. Straight up. Now we good, right? Yeah. You look real good in that boat, bro. I seen you. Cause Sean, you think it's a game, bro? I'm telling you, bro, it's high stakes. I can't just send you a check, bro. I can't. But it's real. So I'm gonna let you know. And I don't think them boys be showing up empty-handed. I'm gonna keep it real. I think this the type of play where as though guys is coming, bringing you the gift, giving you the joint, and then presenting it. And you can have that. Even if you say no, but you know you fucked the bridge up, though. I ain't gonna take it back. You got that. Think about it. I think we dealing with this level, y'all, where, yeah, things is getting taken care of for guys. You understand? It's the way things work, even in our community. You heard what Thug and Kente, you heard what DK said about Thug and Kente, they're gonna look out for each other? Bro, the level of people who all have money like each other, they act different, y'all. We talking about niggas giving niggas rollies, all this type shit, just for, yeah, yo, you like that? Yeah, when you was at my spot, you said you liked that shit. So guess what I did? A couple months later, we had a little business venture, you know what I mean? I seen was good. I sent that shit to you, bro. That's from me to you, bro. You was over my house. You said, damn, bro, you like that shit. Here, take that. Take that. We got caught in a couple months. I'ma holler at you. Straight up. I'ma holler at you. We got caught in a couple months. Just go ahead. Yeah, have a nice summer. Have a nice summer with that. Yeah. Go ahead. I see you in the fall when we go to court. I think we dealing with that. And I wouldn't doubt if Melnick all right right now. But I already thought that it's a couple people that's square. Straight up, y'all decided. I mean, bro, I need you to go in here and say you wasn't part of no gang. Therefore, my mans wasn't part of no gang. I'm thinking everybody got touched. Straight up, yo, listen, bro. That court ain't ready to pay you. You ain't getting compensated for going in here and speaking against my guy, right? So let me do the opposite. Let me compensate you for not speaking or for speaking something in his favor. Real rap. I'll burn this shit down. Somebody gonna have to videotape me, but who the fuck videotapes somebody giving them a lottery ticket? Untaxed. Right here today. Where you at? Yeah, we was trying to come holler at you. Nah, ain't no beef. Actually, it's a fucking party. You might want to show up. For real. You heard them, they keep telling us, y'all. They done pulled up on guys. So, what I'm saying is, what we've been watching is, I think we've been watching one of the strongest lawyers in a big city orchestrate. And I keep telling y'all, I believe Brian Steele is at the head of a lot of these type plays. I'm talking about the combo pack of lawyers that's in the room. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm talking about, them boys' relationships ain't just developed now. You see that? You see the way them boys moving in that? That ain't just from this. Nah. Hell no, bro. But look, I'm going to rewind y'all back to a time, all the way at the beginning of the trial. First time the judge speaks to Brian Steele. He acknowledges, yo, we've been working together for a long time. Then he acknowledged homie with the pony. Yeah, me and you been working damn near you've been here the whole time I've been here. So like he already established relationship like beyond everybody in the room, y'all. Do y'all know what a 20-year relationship is? Who beefing with somebody they known for 20 years? Think about that. Like, you know the type, how you feel about people you done known for that goddamn long. You know how I get. It's on some old, man, y'all go way back. Now, we might not agree to disagree and, have all little, but, bro, it's different once you done been, yeah, bro. Bro, like, think about that. Homie with the pony. Yeah, but look, when he said that in the court, I already seen the dynamics. Because listen, if we've been working together for that long and we've been ops, this code is among y'all when you come in the room. Y'all know the difference. Y'all been in the same area and y'all been ops for that long? Oh, the temperatures is different. Yeah, that's how I knew Judge was bluffing the whole time, every time he be faking like he mad. Yo ain't really heated with Brian. These boys, this is litigation. This the game these boys play. Them boys drink beers and shit together. And salute, tap the glass and shit and wish each other best wishes in their careers. Seriously, bro. Seriously. You could tell with the motions that was being filed, niggas trying to get you recused every couple minutes. Yo, if this is a thing that could upset someone, if somebody already got smoked, they essentially was sending shots at each other, you understand? But technically, that's their jobs. So wouldn't you rather really beef with somebody you friends with at work, where it won't go too far? It won't go too far. So essentially, you would say, yo, he did his friend wrong by sending him to the clink. Or did he put him on fire? Oh my God. Glanville put him on fire at the end of the trial. Turned Steele up. Turned Steele up. That's a good homeboy. Goddamn. Made him go viral. They ran a play on us. Goddamn. They slick as a motherfucker. Both them niggas went viral. God damn. God. God, they finessed us. They finessed us. Oh. Yo, they finessed us. Yo, Adams ain't even get no bump. Adams ain't go viral, y'all. Yo, think about that. Like this little thing right here, this last 2 weeks been what? Glanville and Steele super party, bro. Yo, it turned into Steele and the Avengers. Like, who the fuck is all these other lawyers? Swear to God. A swarm of lawyers came into the picture, y'all. Like, I still don't even know what happened outside of the courtroom in reference to Brian Steele. I ain't even look at it, y'all. It just was overwhelming. All the lawyers coming to his support, picketing and meeting outside the courthouse, having secret meetings, pushing the paper to go straight in the system. Like somebody wrote some shit up that like within 45 minutes, it was in the system, y'all. Do y'all know that? Yo, when that shit happened with Brian Steele, they had paperwork in the system in 45 minutes written by his wife, y'all. I swear. I swear to God. A whole document was already filed and in the system within like 45 minutes. Who remember? We was live. I said, yo. They said, yeah, his wife filed such and such. I say, hold on. I forget how I seen it. But I looked at the clock like, hold on, bro. He just went back there. How the hell they do that? How did they do that? Yo, they had case law in it. Yo, it was defending what just happened, though. Like, yo, it's no way, yo, the niggas got that shit in their head like that, bro. I'm talking about, bro. This wasn't no one-page joint, I don't think. Salute, Mac Mall. Yeah, this where we rock. This where we shine at right here, y'all, where we start coming up with the other angles that's not just the surface. So if you want to know what we do, not me, we. I just present it. And then I also present what the chat says. You know what I mean? So, like, that's all I'm doing, y'all. It's like, because if we just watch the trial, then you kind of get caught up in your own conversation in your head. Like, damn, yo, you get kind of stuck. It make you want to go look for somebody else's opinion. So in here, we really get to share it. And my narrative, I won't force my narrative on y'all. I'm not going to pigeonhole the narrative. My thing is, let's throw all the information out. I don't believe it's right till we look at all the info. When you get tunnel vision with a content creator and they start taking you down what they think, that's cool. But I don't take y'all on them runs. What I think is included in all of the shit. You understand? But we need to look at as much of the angles we can look at. I don't believe that one motives type. Nah, we need to look at what we really dealing with. What we really dealing with. You got one thing that the people think, but what's really going on? Actually, it's not his wife. His wife filed the first paperwork, though. Well, I ain't gonna say the first. I believe the paperwork I seen first was his wife. I believe so. I know Ashley was his lawyer. Well, his wife got an interesting last name that looked like she related to somebody else that's a lawyer. I swear. I swear, y'all. I left it alone, but her last name sound like she from a lawyer family. Salute, John. I appreciate that. Help me get to 200 likes. We grinding. Whoever sent that super chat, I appreciate it. That was you. My bad. I don't think you forced nothing. You have pointed out mad discrepancies that actually turned out funny, like you said. I think we see the 100 days of what we were supposed to see, though, y'all. When I woke up this morning and I thought about the 100, y'all, I'ma keep it real. The question of, is it over, did pop up. That even number is crazy. Aunt Lang, I appreciate that super chat, straight up. Hey, y'all, we need a link. How you want a link, bro? What we need to do? Send me an email. Could be not who to say. Could be, oh, Fahim, hit that again. No, his wife is an attorney. No. We ain't questioning that. She's an awesome attorney at that. Quickly, that was stated that she ain't just an attorney. She's actually good. She got rank. Link up with Wack. G, it's a long story, but I start making content. Yeah. Hell want to talk with me, bro. He chose his side, bro. Put it like this. He had the option to do this. Look, I'm going to say this, G-Buddy. Wack had the options. He could have started his own shit and worked with independent people or go sign a contract and work underneath a company. He chose to go underneath the company because he couldn't stand by himself. Straight up. So he worked for no jumper. Straight like that. Ask him. Check the stats. Yeah. Strip everything. He weak. I was willing to facilitate. Holmes ain't got the, yeah. Yup. He copped out. Yeah. Niggas ain't never heard me say it like that. Straight up. But Holmes ain't right. It wasn't meant to be. I can't work around. I got integrity. And look, they showed that they didn't want to go by my integrity. So it's times on Clubhouse where I stood on my integrity and Holmes and them try to buck and shake me out of my integrity. Straight up. And scramble me when I stood on my integrity and separated myself. You feel me? So he ain't got no, Holmes ain't right. Straight up. He ain't right. Like, all jokes aside, Holmes just ain't right. He dropped the ball. Ain't no, I don't even need to slide Joe to talk about it. Like, it is what it is. Because once we got past the initial stage of what was going on, Holmes tried to attach himself. So I peeped it. I thought it was genuine. I do a certain thing, and I've been doing it. So I see why he gravitating. I was wrong. He gravitated to nip me from doing it because he couldn't control the narrative. But that shit is relevant because it woke me up. So everything happened for a reason because I kept telling y'all during that sector, yo, this say I ain't supposed to be here. I ain't supposed to be here. This ain't like, this say I'm not interested in this, being in this what we was talking about. Look, I kept pressing the line. Like, think about it. I drew a crowd in there. I was talking about Whack, and then I started talking about conscious shit. Like, seriously, intentionally though. So like, I was showing my true colors off top. Real rap. And I challenged them to do it. Seriously. Yo, we ain't gotta go clickbait and do all this old phony running around wrestling. Yo, let's really, yeah. Them boys ain't want to do it. They ain't want to do it, y'all. Seriously. They ain't want to put the work in. They want to do the dirt route, which is satirical, over the top, Jerry Springer. I ain't with that. I ain't like Jerry Springer as a kid, cuz. I ain't like Jerry Springer as a kid. Or Maury. Is it the father or is it a man? I ain't like none of that. I mean, yeah. I was confused with my mother watching. Yeah, that stuff don't. Yo, put it like this. I'm this type of person, bro. If you show me corny stuff on your phone, like, yo, look at this, yo, I seen it on TikTok. I'm the person you show the TikTok shit to, and I really don't laugh at it. And I ain't trying to be a sourpuss, bro. But like, bro, that average little dumb shit really won't make that ain't funny. Yeah. That's not funny to me. Seriously. I'm not trying to be a Scrooge about it, but that's not funny right there. You go ahead and be amused by it. But me, I need something a little bit more, yeah. Seriously, bro. So, like, I've been on this. Like, even when Instagram, put it like this, yo, I bucked on World Star. When the idea of yo, did you see this on World Star? Yo, I bucked on it. Off top. I swear to God, bro. Yes. Yes. In real life. You remember when it became a thing. Yo, did you see this shit on World Star? I bucked. I never went. I swear to God, when that started being a thing, and it just was about fights, I caught on. Oh, y'all niggas crazy. Y'all boys crazy. That's what y'all be watching? I swear to God, whatever year that shit came about, I was outside telling niggas, yo, y'all niggas crazy. All this negative stuff going on around, and y'all on the internet looking at the videos. All this stuff on the videos, on the internet that people could look at. And this what you talking about? This what y'all over here in the huddle. Look, knocked them out. World Star. Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie. That was a clear division between me and the regular people, y'all. World Star. World Star was a clear separation where I knew, oh nah, me and the regular people. And it was a majority. Don't get it twisted. You an oddball if you walk in the room and say you don't rock with World Star. Straight up. If you come somewhere and say, man, I don't watch none of that. Y'all clowns. Y'all. And I did that out loud all the time in the studio. World Star was a thing. Everybody loved it. Yeah, and I had a beef with World Star because they was stealing. So that was another side thing. I caught them stealing too, y'all. Yeah, they was faking the numbers, and I proved it early. It's crazy. So yeah, I already had not liked them about the fights. By the time niggas was pressed about putting their videos up there, yeah. So it was 5,000 for the top box. Anywhere from 300 to 700 to get it just posted regular. And in between, any number. It depends on who you contact, which is unprofessional, which means they're stealing. Yes. The number should not vary. So put it like this. You come through some Atlanta nigga named DJ so-and-so, you get the shit for 400. You go through such and such, you get it for 350. You go through this other dude, you get it for 5. Yo, y'all don't know how many numbers I done heard. Nigga come in the studio, yo, my shit on World Star. I say, damn, let me see. Say how much you pay. Yo, this shit used to be so funny. Just to ask, like, yo, how much you pay? Just to see their face. It's like the streets and the nigga got just copped an ounce of loud or something. Yo, how much you pay for that? You might hear anything, bro. The range is about a $300 to $400 range on the bottom level, which if you know, that's buffoonery. Off top, just like the streets. Ain't no range like that on nothing. Yeah, if you know somebody, you might get a little bit of, 50, say you 50, maybe even 100. Oh, double? Double? Oh, that's disrespectful. Double is disrespectful. Out of town is supposed to pay more, but double is disrespectful. How about that? You feel me? You a stranger? I could put a little tax on it. I don't know you. You know what I mean? That's a dub. It's really a dime, but technically you from out of bounds. That's a dub. Straight like that. Now me, I don't really rock like that. I'm on some more. I'm looking out for the outsiders. You gonna love me. That's a dime. You gonna know. Oh, that's a dime? Well, give me two. Yeah. But technically, if I don't like you, my man can serve you one of my dimes for 20, and that's legit. Straight like that. It depends on if I feel like serving you or not. For real. Yeah. I'm telling you. That's how it works. Telling you. If yo is out there and you look like you cool, he might serve you for the real price. But if you really look like you from out of bounds, he not gonna serve you, and this man is allowed to put the tax on it. What you know about that? That's legit. Seriously, you from out of bounds, bro. What you gonna do? What you want to keep shopping, or you want to get it and go? How you want to do this? How you want to do this? Yeah. All right. So we in here, y'all. What he got to the stand? The key witness, allegedly, right? All right. What is this? So, hold on. Chiefless, hold on. What is this you got up here? Oh, man. You can't do that. Oh, hell no. You pressing the line, baby. Oh, yeah. You better not flag me for that music, too. What the fuck?
And this was back in 2020 when this was. So let me share with you guys what I found.
What you find?
I like to just try to keep my people in the know of what's going on. We do our best.
Oh.
I try to bring you the most current and trustworthy material. It says, Judge Belinda.
I ain't even gonna do that. What's that? Chiefless, I'm on your ass now. What's up? Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. Nah, she on some shit. She on some shit. Where you go at? Oh, you sent the email. You ain't watching right now? I could have swore she was just saying. Hold on, y'all. Recusal. 7-2. How many pages is that? Where you seen that at? Hold on. The defendant, Mr. Diamante Kendrick, Byron 3, undersigned, following a motion of recusal by Kendrick, Judge Glanville subsequently entered on an order of recusal on July 1st, directing Kendrick's recusal motion as well as two others be heard by another judge pursuant to Uniform Superior Court. Based on the Odyssey system utilized by the clerk, Judge Rachel R. Krause of Fulton County Superior Court has been assigned to hear Kendrick's recusal motion. Based on guidance, yeah. All right. So I guess I don't need the paperwork. You thought you sent me Brian Steele? You did. I went to your page. What's up with what you was talking about right there? Come on. Come on. What's that about? What's that, Judge? Well, what's in the video talking about Brian Steele? Give me like, set me up. Tap the like button, y'all. We got content. Don't trip. We still on the trial. Don't get it twisted. I mean, we got a lot of content. I could play days of the trial and really cook up. It's some days that I ain't played back. That if we play back, the testimony or the cross exam, is definitely some heat in there. Don't sleep. Matter of fact, let me chill. Yeah, Tooth. What you got though? What you talking about over there? I see. You got some other things. Tap the like button. The people must not believe in us right now. All right. Detective Racy.
Found by Miss Christina Weaver.
All right. Toothless, won't you come on? Won't you pull up and talk?
Court's official court reporter. This ex parte hearing was held in chambers starting at 9:10 a.m. Present along with the court were Ms. Kayla Bumpus, attorney or ADA Ms. Adrian Love. Also present were the DA's investigators, Mr. Long and Mr. Hamilton.
Okay, Nikki. Thank you.
The ex parte hearing stood in recess from 9:34 to 10:03 a.m. to await Mr. Copeland's arrival. The ex parte hearing resumed with Mr. Copeland present at 10:03 a.m. Also present were Attorney Bumpus, Ms. Hilton, the DA's investigators Long and Hamilton, the court and security personnel, deputies Houston, McPherson, Brown, Sergeant Brown, and Sergeant Hall. The ex parte hearing stood in recess to allow Mr. Copeland to have a private conversation with Attorney Bumpus from 10:17 a.m. to 11:28 a.m. The ex parte hearing resumed at 11:28 a.m. The ex parte hearing concluded at 11:31 a.m. The court arrived in courtroom 1C at 11:49. The transcript of those proceedings, starting as of 11:49, or when the court presumed that held the proceedings on 10 June in courtroom 1C 2024.
Hold up.
And by that, I was going to be in trial. So what I would like for us to do in our next stream is to go through the Karen Reed closing arguments while we're waiting for the jury to come back. World I am. And I don't even know what case that is. I hope this also I could misquote what he said. But from my understanding, they appealed up to, they filed the writ of mandamus with the appellate court, and the appellate court said that you should have filed the writ of mandamus with the trial court, and that the trial court denied it, then appeal from that decision to deny. But the trial court would certainly, according to the rules, have another judge determine whether or not, these rulings were appropriate. So essentially, like, they essentially signaled to Judge Glanville, like, you're getting this wrong by being the one to rule on this. That's kind of the significance of it, because they could have just reversed it, sent it back, and not given any commentary, but they gave commentary and highlighted the rule that Judge Glanville, should follow. And that would be getting another judge involved. See if I can get closer.
As you all are made aware of, last week the court was going to do an in-camera review of the ex parte proceedings on June the 10th of 2024. In considering whether or not to have an in-camera discussion or review of the records, this court has decided to release the entirety of the transcript of those proceedings as courts won. And I'm going to take judicial notice of the following timeline.
So what he's going to do here now is he's going to make his record for why it is that he made the decisions that he made. But remember that procedurally speaking, he has refused to do that. He has refused to release the transcript and said he would release it at a later point in time.
I don't know why I'm watching this. Y'all know what's Ray happened, right? Who knows what's Ray happened? It's Wednesday. How does Ray go? How does Ray go, y'all? I mean, what y'all want? Y'all want some content, right? I mean, all right. So, I've been running away from the outside world of the YSL trial, right? I want to see what's going on. This joint got 34,000 views. I want to see what's going on. This a lawyer chick. Should we be getting informed when we listen to this? All right, one's in the chat. What y'all think? What we doing? Y'all want to see it to see if we missing out? I'm curious. Now, I don't got nothing against her, Shorty. I don't know who she is. She knew. The algorithm just put up there. I clicked on Toothless, and that was on the side. So you see, that's how I get here. I've been staying away. Look. You like the legal point of view? Just the problem, Jocelyn. Do you really be getting a legal point of view? Guys hollering zeros. What you mean, Trex? Where your show? I'm in the groove. This is the show. I'm a part of the YSL web, right? So part of what I've been doing is ignoring the rest of it. Now, it's content in that because technically a lot of people saying the narrative's produced by lawyers right now, right? Now, to be honest, I'm feeling like I understand what's going on. So if somebody else could be knowledgeable enough to give me some shit I don't know, I would be impressed. But I'll be hearing people say stuff that's not even impressive. Yeah, Jocelyn, I'll be let down. They be lacking legality. Yeah, let's check it out. I ain't even gonna get aggressive with Shorty, y'all. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. We ain't come today for that. Let's just see. Let's just see what's going on. She look, I mean, I don't have no smoke with her. I mean, you feel me? I like the red lipstick. Me and Nikki don't agree. I like red lipstick. But it ain't, you know, I ain't here for that. Maybe I'm wrong about lawyers. They all milking it. See, I'm mad that they came over to the thug thing. They wasn't doing thug, y'all. They was doing Trump. They was doing all types of stuff. So their current sudden interest is definitely bothering me. But I'm over it. I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, this is to be expected. Check her out. Then let's go to Detroit.
Has refused to lay out his reasoning and hold an actual hearing on whether or not this witness should have had this in-camera hearing with the judge without the defense present, right? This ex parte communication with the judge and the state, but the defense was excluded. He's refused all of that. And so basically he has picked up the signal, the very blaring signal from the appellate court that this needs to be decided by another judge. And he's essentially reversing everything